When we talk of social media marketing, there are 6 points that always come into picture, which is very important. So the first thing that comes is social media audit. These are all terms. I will explain them. And the second one is social media monitoring. And then third one is social media management. Then we have social media online reputation. Then we have social media marketing. This is called SMM, which is part of paid media. And social media PR, public relations. So this is the part of our activity. Let's start with social media audit. What happens in social media audit? In social media audit, we understand the need. We understand the requirement. Where are the opportunities? Where are the threats? How those opportunities can be tapped. How we kind of leverage existing networks. How we execute our plans. So all these things comes under this social media audit. It's very simple. The idea is to have an overall picture of your strength as well as weaknesses, opportunities. So we can call it as a SWOT analysis of whatever is present. The audit. Then after we have social media monitoring. How we monitor? There are when we talk of monitoring, the first thing that you have to do is you have to have social media activities going on. So if you do not have social media activities going on, there is no point of monitoring. So in monitoring, we have to find out a variety of things that includes identifying conversations. So when you are engaging in social media, you have to understand the conversation well. You have to segregate them. You have to analyze them, and then you have to understand the insights, recommendations, and problem solving. When we are talking about monitoring of social media activities, we have to identify the conversation part. So now the basic fundamentals that comes into social media thinking is we have to understand that social media is nothing but it is something related to people connections. When we are talking about people to people connection, that means we are engaging with them. Social media per se directly does not give you any money, neither it gives you any business. But once you are engaging with people, there are a variety of people, we will talk about who are those, which kind of people come to social media and what are they looking at, in social media platforms. We have a detailed research on that. So we have to understand the people's psyche. We have to understand their needs, why they come to social media, what are they looking for, and we have to based on their thought process, we have based on their need, we have to engage with them. So once we engage, we have to, when we chat, when we talk, we have to look in each and every word, what is being discussed, including how much serious your client is, the words that they express, they talk a lot about. They are linguists, they are experts, they can tell you what kind of psychology, what kind of education, what kind of background you have by simply reading from some of your writings, by simply understanding what kind of words that you use. So, those experts, here again the linguists come into picture. They keep on analyzing the people, what they are writing, what words they are using, what is the density of words they are using, All these things tell a lot about your personality. They also tell a lot about your, engagement with the because this is a virtual world. When we are talking eye to eye, we can understand the body language. But here, when person is not there, we cannot understand the body language. But we have to understand the language. We have to understand the communication that is going on. And there, this monitoring part comes into picture. And we have to identify those conversations. We have to segregate them, and we have to analyze them. And then take a point. Many times, there are certain big media houses or big researchers or big monitoring research organizations are in reality they are the finance background people, and money matters everywhere globally. So, for example, if suddenly there is increase in population of number of words being used in certain zone, let's say in India, let's say somewhere in Ukraine, suddenly there is a high increase of exchange of messages being made. So these monitoring people, who are the experts, they immediately with their reduced points, with their diligence, they deploy variety of people. They start monitoring, what is going on in Ukraine, And by the time common people understands there is a turbulence going on in today, they back out of the share market, or they find opportunity, they invest money there. If they feel there is a risk, there is something, some problemity going on, they anticipate in advance, and they take a call and they take decisions. So this is how big players play. So I'm talking about the importance of social media in this particular context. Okay. So now let's move on to social media management. So now you understand the importance of social media. That if we do not manage it well, we can run into troubles. Although when we are talking about ourselves as a single human common being, it may not make a difference, but a slight difference at each level. And there are millions of people online. Can you imagine how much impact it could be creating? So that is the reason why nowadays there are specialized courses that is being done. People understand social media, they understand this course. Many times this course in politics, many times this course in economy, many times this course in public policy, government decision making, many times at policing level, many times at policy making level, many times at law making level, or many times at bilateral relationship, international relationship, or multilateral relationship. Slowly and slowly, the impact of social media is studied, analyzed, and it affects a lot. So there are big large organizations who float variety of views, and there are PR companies. They are on social media very active with a team of 100 people, 200 people, 500 people, at times 1,000 people, at times 10,000 people working on one particular narrative to promote it globally. So this kind of management, we have to think about, because if we are understanding social media, we have to understand from the broader perspective, macro level, and we also have to understand at micro level. We are at micro level, but policymakers, big decisions, the influencers, they play at macro level. So this strategic presence, is very important. Similarly, we have to also understand how strategically we are placing ourselves. Number one, how we promote those thoughts, and at the same time, we have to analyze the opportunity that comes in.